we go. So I have everything opened up. Alright. Now, actually, Draven's axes, do they count as both an auto and a spell?
I think so.
Okay, in that case, I actually don't know this. I don't.
I usually bring blade weaving. I just
Right. Well, I would get both in the instance that they count as both.
Oh no, spell weaving doesn't affect the axes. It's just blade weaving.
Okay, so his Q does not count as a spell.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I'm almost positive.
Okay. Alright. I actually don't know this. I apologize that I don't know this. It's primarily just because I have not played Draven. Well, I mean, I've played him, but I've never thought about this specific thing. I just noticed that you don't have either one, and that was really weird, because I would definitely just get at least the top.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine.
Yeah, I usually just go 3 out of 4 on the attack speed and bring blade weaving.
Okay.
It's just sometimes I just get funky because I have like 5 seconds left. So.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Then alternatively, the only masteries that I disagree with is I actually don't understand these two. Like, I know a lot of players get them sometimes, but at the same time, I also know that a lot of players don't. And I feel like, I mean, yeah, the sustain's good, and then the changes to the lifesteal quintessence and stuff, I mean, affects it to a degree. But, I mean, I guess it's okay. I just don't like losing that 1.5% damage here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like that's way too big, because this only matters in the laning phase, and when you're playing Draven, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, I can understand that, right? I can understand that on AD carries that are they're not able to trade or dish back damage, but on ones that can and that can threaten poke and stuff, I don't agree with it. But that's just my opinion, and that would be my thought process behind it.
Yeah.
Okay. So this game, I guess is played in 4.5? 6. Okay. Oh, okay. Valkaz is mid.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, I'm like.
To use Doa.
Yeah. Well, no, not just Doa. I mean, he should be played as support, not mid. But.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you final pick Draven into Morgana Lucian. That's what you should assume that it is. Which is completely fine. If you can dodge the binding. There's tons of room for punishment. You know what I mean? So, this is all good. He picks Jax to counteract you. Well, not just you, but it is a very nice pick. He's picking Jax. I assume that's Jax jungle, it's a mistake to pick it against Kha'Zix.
It's actually top. It's top. I thought it was Jax jungle as well.
Okay.
But it's actually Shyvana jungle.
Okay. That's fine. But yeah, anyways, just for your reference, you know, in the event that you ever have to play jungle or you see it, it is a mistake to pick Jax jungle into a non-counter Feral Flare jungler.
Yeah.
And I think I've already gone over that with you as to why, but yeah. Okay.
Pretty sure this load took a while, so...
Okay, I can totally speed it up then. You don't have any questions or anything that you want to just ask before the game starts?
Not really.
Okay.
I actually didn't notice that Shyvana had teleport that game.
Okay.
This game.
So she's running Smite teleport. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. That's just something you have to be aware of. The game's really dark.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine though. That's no big deal. Alright. It's good FK usage. Are you getting into the habits of using them?
Off and on, when I remember.
Okay. I like the fact that you're not upgrading a skill. It's correct. Now, let's just say something hypothetical. Now, let's say that, like, Ziggs or Thresh or someone saw someone, right? And there would be a possibility of an engage, right? You would want to prepare your Q to have an axe spinning so that you have the potential to have 2 axes during a skirmish, okay? Alright.
Okay.
This is just Draven specific, of course.
Yeah.
Alright, now Draven also is unique to AD carries, and like I was saying earlier, he's a very powerful solo Q pick, for like a lot of reasons, but mostly due to just his ability to bully inside of lane, and just you can kind of 1v2 in some circumstances. So it's good. Okay. Should we recall? You can do something cute with him if you want. It's not always necessary, but you can wait at golems for golems to spawn if you're not going to end up leashing red or something. And you can throw an axe on the golem, catch it, go to lane, not miss any CS, and then have two axes going as soon as the lane starts, and that'll buffer your passive.
Yeah, or a jungler just has to pull out red buff or blue buff a little bit, and you can do it too.
Yep. Okay. So start your Q before you go into the lane. Now, you before I get started, you know how to control his axes, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so, 80 carry. This is gonna be a shitload of, like... Alright, so, the lane begins, alright, and with Draven, it begins from level 1, so we're gonna start from level 1. Okay, so when Lucian comes in here, okay, so I've talked to a lot in the past, maybe with you, about how basically bot lane, you have to view their auto attacks like they're like a Super Saiyan from Dragon Ball Z, and when they're like launching an attack, they're temporarily vulnerable. So it's kind of like Cell vs Gohan, where like Vegeta can hit him with the Big Bang in the back because he's distracted by Gohan. Alright, good. So anyways, right now Lucian is Cell, okay? And whenever he goes to attack a minion, your minion becomes nicknamed Gohan. Alright? And in that moment, you become Vegeta. It has nothing to do with you being Draven, you just become Vegeta. And you can hit him with the Big Bang. So right now, you know Lucian is gonna go for this CS. Or he can be really cute if he's a good Lucian, because you're lined up, right, for Q. So this is an error by you. So when you're playing against Lucian, this doesn't have to do with you being Draven, it has to do with overall AD carry positioning. You have to avoid being lined up for Qs. Okay? So this also goes back to the Lucian video that I have publicly available, you know what I mean? So all that. Anyways, alternatively, with your axes, you want to be able to pressure in correspondence with also being able to hit the CS, but be able to dash dance in between axes and stuff. So Draven is a little bit different from other AD carries where generally you want to mirror their movements. With Draven, you don't want to mirror their movements. You want them to be forced to mirror you, if that makes sense. So you want to be proactive. Alright, so when Morgana sends this Q into Thresh, right? This is now on cooldown, okay? Yeah. And now because of the location of this, if Lucian is good, he's gonna click here and Q into Thresh, and then he'll proc the autos onto you, which you should be aware of, okay? Now, just because that's a possibility, it means that you have to respond appropriately to not allow that to happen, okay? So how do you respond appropriately to not allow that to happen? You just simply walk left, and now if Lucian, okay, moves here for the Q onto Thresh, he's susceptible to an auto. And then if he goes for the Q, then the animation of it leaves him susceptible to you DIing up, another auto, and then following him around the left. And because Morgana's on cooldown, these minions won't draw aggro. This one can't draw aggro to you because you're going to be moving, and we've gone over how, like, warrior minions move and stuff. Alright? So Draven would end up just getting crushed. And this is all because of Morgana's poor choice to Q here. And that's how you'll abuse the positioning. Okay? Okay. So you see all that? Yeah. That makes sense? Okay. And just remember the Vegeta Gohan Cell analogy, because it's really, really important to bot lane. Okay? These people, this is like Tien and this is Yamcha, alright? They're completely irrelevant. Not irrelevant, but yeah. Alright, go. Yeah, go. So you would have lined up for the thing with how you moved. Yeah. But, okay, so now Morgana's doing this. Alright, so she's going for the ward clear. Alright, now she's still on cooldown. Alright, you need to punish the ever-loving shit out of this. Now Draven's also, Lucian's also on cooldown. Right? So you have to have their cooldowns memorized in your head. You should have 2 axes going at once, and now you should just punish the ever-loving shit out of them by literally moving into them. Now you're gonna draw some minion aggro, but the AD from Draven and Thresh is going to outtrade auto attacks from Lucian and Morgana. And then by the time their cooldowns are up again, it wouldn't have mattered. You know what I mean? Because you can easily just pull in and out. You also know that this brush isn't warded. Okay? So if you can force them out of the brush, then you essentially gain the high ground.
Okay.
Okay? Alright.
Yeah.
We good?
Yep.
Yep. Now, you're controlling your axes a little poorly.
Yeah.
Okay? So, I'm gonna go through this, like, frame by frame. Alright? Because Lucian's dead. Or, he's not dead, he can make it out, but he's gonna blow all his summoners, and you're only gonna blow one. Okay, so here, if you just DI... Okay, DI is really, really important on Draven. Okay?
Yeah.
If you just DI forward, this isn't here, this is, like, here. Alright? So it ends up, you know, being fine. You're gonna hit him again. Morgana's still level 1. These minions are not gonna draw aggro. These two will. But that's kind of irrelevant, because look at his HP.
Yeah.
Okay? So, you know, you're gonna just keep DIing forward, but then you're gonna DI left. And the reason that you're gonna DI left is because you don't want to continue going like this, because then eventually these minions will draw aggro, and you don't want that to occur. You know what I mean? Because then you're also forced into a narrow corridor where it's kind of hard to juke them in terms of, like, dodging their damage and stuff. Okay? Does that all make sense? Do you have any questions about this?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. Like, right now, that should have just been 2 axes. You know what I mean? Do you see that?
Yeah.
Like, you should be standing... When he went for that auto and he turned his face around, you should be standing here, and his HP should be 1 auto less. So, like, you know, like 100 or something. And that's where his flash is going to go off or something. And this is what I talked about, where he's going to blow both his summoners, is because then you just respond with one of your summoners. He's either dead... He has heal, right?
Yes,
okay.
yeah.
Okay. Then he's not dead, but he's recalled, right? He cannot come back into the fray. And then with all these minions, they're going to start hitting Morgana. So by the time you turn on Morgana, her HP is going to be like this.
Okay.
Okay? And she'll be standing somewhere in this vicinity.
Okay.
Okay? Because she's not going to get the kill on Thresh.
Yeah.
She shouldn't. She shouldn't get the kill on Thresh. I mean, it's going to go flash for flash if she really tries to go for it. But alternatively, you should be standing, like I said, when he goes for the flash and stuff, you'll probably be around here, okay? And you'll turn on her. And then when you turn on her, okay, these minions will have started attacking you probably from this location. Alright? And then these minions also will have turned to a certain degree. You want to go into the bush, because if you can lose vision for even a second, it'll change the AI on all the minions.
Yeah.
Okay? And then you want to just swing back down into Thresh and then go back to CSing. And you basically want to reset by going to your corners. This also makes you really safe against any sort of jungler attempt. Like, say the jungler did something weird, like he went like blue, white, wolves, and then saw what was going on bot and tried to come bot.
Or TP's to the ward.
Or TP, right. Okay? So that's the safest route. Alright, we good?
Yep.
Now, see, Lucian's dead.
Yeah.
Okay? So that was a really, really big mistake. Also, why don't you have 2 axes going?
I'm forgetful. Early game, I'm, like, warming up. It was my first game. Okay,
alright. If you have 2 axes, he's dead right now. You didn't need to flash. You saw that?
Yeah.
Okay. So, you would have 1 summoner right now. You're gonna see, so here's that level 2 bullshit. Alright. So that's what I was talking about, like if the jungler just saw what was going on. Now, if you had flash, Morgana's dead too.
Yeah.
Right? Because like, alright, so let's all just say, hypothetically, alright, you still have flash, and Morgana turns like this, you just go flash, boom, boom. Right? You'll end up ending here when she dies, okay? And then, because of that, these minions are going to be aggroed onto you, but this one won't. the siege minion, okay, Thresh will be able to probably get away. Alright? And then you can walk down into Shyvana, and you can probably actually kill Shyvana.
Oh, okay.
Alright? Because this minion's gonna die inside of your vision, and then the kill on Morgana, I'm not entirely sure, but it might proc level 3. I think
it would be like 75%.
Okay. If both of these minions die, you would get level 3. I'm like 90% sure. In the event that you get 3, this should actually be in your thought process, no matter what, though. You should be entertaining minions' deaths in correlation to your XP. Even if it doesn't give you level 3 right now, in the future, instances like this could arise where a minion dying could actually change the tide. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
So that's just stuff to entertain. And in the event that something like that would happen, like say you're about to hit level 3, then guess what? Thresh is too, right?
Yeah.
So you could technically save Thresh's life by shooting a minion down and proccing the level up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's just stuff to entertain, and specifically because, you know, he's so low right now. Alright?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Oh, I'm so sad. Alright, like right now, like see this? You need to basically say like, hey, I'm Draven. Because like, you're letting them stay in lane and stuff, and you're letting them get XP. Like right here, everything's reset. Right?
Yeah.
You're level 2. Okay, Morgana's level 1. Alright, so her Q, if you just juke downwards, she can't hit you with it. Shyvana's all on cooldown. Now, yeah, sure, she probably has, she may have 20%, she may have 20% CDR. It depends on what kind of runes she's running. But as soon as this happens, you just need to go into your minions and basically say, hey, I have a third spell. Even though you're not level 3, all of this minion damage is a third spell right now. So, when you get inside here, you need to auto her and basically push her out of lane.
Okay.
Okay, and then you need to also tell Morgana to get in line and, like, back out of lane, too. Because you don't want Morgana to get... You know, this minion probably gives Morgana level 2, or, like, this minion. And you can easily zone her backwards out of it.
Okay.
Okay? All the while, also, always have your 2 axes going, because your passive is so important. Okay?
Yeah.
Alright. We good? Questions?
Nope.
Okay. Also, remember, Aurelia, what's her name? Aurelia's running teleport. Now...
Jax. Aurelia's not running teleport. I'm pretty sure.
658. Hold on 1 second. Aurelia's running teleport.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Now, don't trust... don't trust your solo queue teammate. This is actually, again, why I go back to, like... why I suggest actually playing Ignite on the AD carry and solo queue, or like why I play Ignite top lane. Don't trust them completely, but technically you should entertain it, because with the amount of fighting that's been going on at bot lane, it's really hard not to notice. You know what I mean? Like, you guys are moving all over the minimap like fucking ants. Like, if Aurelia's not seeing this, there's a problem. So... You should actually entertain that. And with your ward trinket, this ward shouldn't probably have gone down. I think this was you. It should have just been in this brush, specifically because of Aurelia.
Yeah, I put it in there because we were chasing Morgana.
Okay. And then he misses his hook. That was poor by Thresh. But like right here, see, you just DI'd back off this axe.
Yeah.
This was wrong. You should just DI into the minions because they're a third spell. None of these minions are going to trigger aggro on you when you're standing right here, because the minion aggro radius is like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you just have to consider that. All right.
Okay.
And remember, Vegeta Gohan Cell analogy. All right. Seriously, it's so important. Like Morgana's dead right now.
Yeah.
Okay. So when that hit happened, all right, Morgana is standing right. This is so... Morgana's right there, right? So, her Q, where can she aim it?
Into the minions or into the push?
Those are her 3 lines.
Yeah.
Right? But if she has to aim it a little downwards, because the hitbox, it would hit this minion. So you knowing that should run up to absorb the shot, and then if you had the ward in the brush or something, you can hit the minion, whatever. Alternatively, you can just keep chasing. Don't launch an auto, because then you'll draw minion aggro, but Morgana should die right here, specifically because of E. Or, I'm sorry, W. Okay?
Yeah. Okay.
Alright, we're good?
Yep.
Alright. Now Lucian's back, and you're already at full. You just miss an axe? Oh!
Yeah.
No, it's alright. Okay, in this instance, because of how low Morgana is, and because you have the level up on Lucian, I think it's actually correct to take E over getting the second level Q, just because your mana is relatively high, and then you have nuke potential, and you know Shyvana's not coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Okay.
No. D-I. In. Stop, you know, like right here, like you just hit a minion, right? But the minion was relatively okay on HP. You didn't have to hit it. This could have been a shot on... Now, I like this cursor. I like how you're gonna go for it, or at least that's what I'm assuming. But it should have been a hit on Lucian, and then it should have been another hit on Lucian, because Morgana can't actually respond to it. And if she does go to respond to it, she's susceptible during the animation, okay? Because now Thresh becomes Vegeta, and you're Gohan, and she's Cell, and then Thresh hits her with the hook. And if that happens, then you just run back down into the minions to make the minions draw aggro onto Lucian if he reciprocates, and then you begin hitting Morgana.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
That's how it should be played out. Alright?
Yeah.
She missed. Now what are you gonna do?
I'm pretty sure I chased Lucian.
Okay. I hope that's what I see. And it's not what I see.
Yeah.
Right.
I think I was just
That's
waiting
a big mistake. Right, because what are we supposed to be considering? Now, before these minions arrive, when that was happening, what do we know? Well, we know that the minions are where? We have our minimap. We can judge their minions with ours.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we know these minions weren't going to be here, so there's nothing that we'd have to worry about triggering aggro. And then additionally, the first three that arrive are always melee.
Okay.
Right? So there's nothing, you know? And this minion isn't a siege wave, so it's not like the fourth minion is ranged.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Go.
Go.
Punish him, dodge. Oh. Now, when this happens... Okay. Now you're going in for the trade. Alright?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so where are your eyes right now? Like, what are you looking at on the screen?
I'm pretty sure I'm staring at Morgana right now.
Okay, so you're staring at Morgana. That's good. Watch her face, because her facial input tells you where her mouse is.
Yeah.
Alright? And by knowing where her mouse is, you can know where the Q is going to be aimed to. So, additionally, something that I always tell people is that your champion does not exist. Alright?
Yeah.
Like, he just... I think I did this in your last video. We're gonna do it again. Like, you're not actually here. Okay? So, your eyes need to not be on your champion. It needs to entirely just be on them. Alright?
Mm-hmm.
So, we're gonna go forward a little bit. See this? Hold on. Okay, see this turning of the face? Now, if she stops and goes to aim her cursor, now her cursor's somewhere over here. Right? We know that by her face. Okay? Morgana's face is really important. Where's she gonna throw her Q?
At me.
Okay, is
Into
it...
the minions.
Generally, she's gonna try to aim it somewhere in this arc.
Yeah.
So we want to just step outside it.
Okay.
Because it's illogical. It is illogical to go this way. Normally.
Yeah.
And that's why we do it, is because it's illogical. Now, when you get up into higher LOs and stuff, and these mind games become really, really crucial, and you go shot for shot and blow for blow, and, like, you know, it becomes a leveling process. Like, which way are they going to go? That's why Mad Life's players are so impressive, is because he's landing these hooks and stuff on people that, you know, they're like, I know that he knows that he's going to throw the hook here, so I'm going to go here, but I know that he knows that I know that I'm going to go there, because his hook shouldn't go there, and thus, you know, whatever. And it becomes a leveling game, and then he just settles on, it's going to end up here, and he throws the hook. You know what I mean? So it becomes a leveling process. But at this LO, specifically, where these players can't, or they're just simply not doing leveling and stuff, you just have to judge the arc radius. Okay?
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Alright. So, that Q like, if you had just gone into Thresh, not only do you have safety, okay? Now, there's something else to this arc radius that I guess I didn't mention, is that Thresh is here. Okay, so if you get hit by the Q, alright, Thresh responds. Right? Because then if Lucian wants to hit you, or Morgana wants to hit you while you're inside that prison, the stun, he has to stop moving. And right now, he's certainly within range of Thresh's hook. Okay? And he's too far away to be able to get to these minions to, you know, avoid Thresh's hook. Alright?
Okay.
So that's one of the other things.
Yeah.
Oh my god, what a field goal. Holy crap. Alright, well hey. Whoa, you're just moving. Alright, well that's fine, that's fine. That was a little bad by Thresh taking the kill there, specifically because of Draven's passive. But kill stealing doesn't actually exist. But
yeah, I don't worry about my passive until level 6 anyways.
Okay.
Because that's when I can secure a kill 100%.
Alright, so here you're getting a little low, and you're just mindlessly CSing right here. That wasn't... You missed so much CS. He's dead, he's dead, he's dead. You can... Ooh. That was just your DIing error.
Yeah.
Like, see, you DI'd left. If you DI up, he's dead. Okay?
Okay.
Alright. That's all. So you'd get the kill on him, you'd proc your passive, Shyvana would... You can then run into tower... You can actually just stop command, force Shyvana to kill you because you're not in tower range, and then Thresh should make it out. That would be my opinion. Here, you're in a little bit of a predicament, okay? And this is because you're gold. So you have two options. Now, Lucian has to recall right now, right? So you could technically W exhaust all your mana back to lane, get that extra, 200, 300 gold just by killing the wave, because the wave is shoving right now. So you could easily get that, and then go back and get BF Sword. Or you can do the Imp, and what I call the Imp is because he popularized it on Korea, which is the Doran's Blade, Blade Vamp Scepter. Because a lot of people in lower LOs or whatever, they have this, like, I don't know what it is, but they have this opinion that BF Sword is the be-all, end-all to winning trades or something, but it's actually not. BF Sword is 45 damage. What is Doran's Blade, Vamp Scepter?
A lot of sustain and 30 damage.
Yeah, it's a lot of sustain, and then it's 160 HP, which essentially eats 3 auto attacks. Or actually, I'm sorry, it eats about 4.5 auto attacks when factoring in armor. From a BF sword and stuff, and the sustain from it is way greater. So yes, it does slightly hinder your build, but if you're playing a sustain lane where you want to play the bully, then that build is optimal if you have the gold for it. Alternatively, yes, just get the BF sword. You know what I mean? Because it's not like BF is a bad thing, but there is an alternative, and the alternative does actually have a purpose that in some cases is actually stronger than the BF sword. Because, there used to be instances where that situation did arise, where a person would run back to lane, I'm just using Imp as an example, and he would have the BF sword, and then Imp would have the Doran's Vamp, and they would go blow for a little bit, but then Imp's sitting at 100% HP, and that person's at 60%, and that BF sword ain't looking so hot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because then the sustain's only going to get worse. So, yes, while they can complete their build faster, if you cannot competently keep up in CS and then additionally out-trade someone that has that type of sustain, you're not going to complete the build faster because you're going to be 20 CS behind. You know what I mean? So you're going to complete the same time, and you're going to have fallen behind in both terms of level and gold. Alright? So, yeah. Alright, we good?
Yep.
Alright, let's go. Boots are... they're okay, specifically because you're blue side, which is the longer side bottom, but typically I don't agree with it. In this case, just because of what I mentioned, I would have just preferred you to go Doran's Blade, because Lucian, you're not tabbing. Lucian, I don't think he has boots. If he doesn't have boots, you don't need to have boots. I mean, your W essentially is a movement steroid in itself, right? This is too early for boots.
Okay.
And also, if you were purple side, just absolutely do not get it in this situation.
How come?
The reason that you wouldn't get it on purple side is because purple side, I mean, maybe on Draven, there's some instances where you could argue for it, but again, that would be situational to the game and stuff, and the matchup, how the lane's being played, etc., etc. But primarily because you can freeze your lane here, right?
Okay.
Where can you get ganked from? Nowhere.
Yeah.
If you're freezing it. So this goes back to, you know, stuff that I've taught about top lane, about why blue side is so favored in some matchups. You know what I mean? It's also why Nasus loves being blue. You know, it goes back to these sort of things. Because it also allows you to spec your build differently depending on what color you are, simply because of how the lane mechanics work in correlation to that color. Okay?
Okay.
Does that all make sense?
Yeah.
Alright. Do you have any other questions on that? Or?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. So here, don't CS slow. You do kind of want to, I mean, it does help to freeze the lane, but on top of that, you want the passive to be going.
Okay.
Alright? Additionally, if you want the lane to reshove right here, you have an option with Thresh, which is you can just go and eat golems. Okay? So, like, right here, I would eat this wave really, really fast. Like, just CS it really, really quick, right? Because Lucian, right now, is probably where? If you judge by his, like, recall timer and stuff, and you do the movement speed.
Tier 2?
He's probably right around here. Yeah, right, correct. He's probably right around the tier 2 tower. I would expect him to come... Yeah. So, you can just judge that, again, just by the movement speed stuff. I told you that in the last session, you know how to do that.
Yeah.
Alright, nice. This is really, really good. Now, where's Morgana?
Probably at tier 1 right now.
Okay.
Or maybe in the bush.
Well, I would judge that Morgana's about to come back into vision in, like, the next, like, somewhere between the next 5 and 10 seconds. So, because of that, this is going to affect how you're going to DI with Draven. Alright? So, when you're standing here, basically, you cannot step any further than this. So you can dash dance, you know, you can DI upwards. I was going to say dash dance, that would be wrong. You can DI upwards if Lucian moves upwards, right? You can mirror him in that sense. But you're not actually mirroring, you're being proactive because your axe throws. But that's in relation to how he's going to be moving. You know what I mean? If he goes into the bush, then you need to concede that, walk backwards, get these two, and then spam ping golems with Thresh. Because you want him to shove it back a little bit so that you have control of the lane. Okay? Questions?
Nope.
Okay. This is where I was expecting to see Morgana with this wave. And she's still not here. What the hell? Oh, okay. Oh! That should not have happened.
Yeah, I should have...
No. You didn't have to concede that. You didn't have to concede. Alright, we're gonna go back. Okay. So, when that happens right here, and this hook, okay? So what do you need to do right now? The hook misses, okay? You need to step aside here. So this needs to be your step aside. Okay? Because it'll hit him. The hitbox will hit Lucian, alright? But you don't want to devote it to him. You know what I mean? You don't want to devote the step aside to him. Why? Because you also want to threaten Morgana, who's clearly in range, right? So you want to maximize hit radius. Okay. So you'll gain, like, this extra inch or so on, you know what I mean, on the hitbox. So with that, then you can step aside him, off an auto attack. So throw the auto, step aside within the same action, okay? So 2 buttons, 1 second, all right? So auto, step aside, auto, and then you'll be standing here, okay? And then you can DI right backwards into Thresh. That way, if they do try to hit Morgana's Q, it doesn't matter if they connect it. Because it doesn't, it's a snare. It's not a, you know what I mean? It's not a movement impairing thing or anything. I mean, it is movement impairing, but it's not a stun. Okay? And so then, you're free to go back up into outside the tower range. Alright? And then you can poke them like Caitlyn. Okay?
Okay. Yeah.
Now, when you do get hit here, okay, you launch an auto at the minion.
Yeah.
Which is a mistake. You should just launch an auto at one of them. Okay?
Yeah.
And then you hit another auto, and then another one. So that you miss so much opportunity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In terms of damage. So you could have chunked them a lot. And now, right now, you need to ping to go to golems. Because there's nothing that you can do here right now. Now, with Ziggs, you know, you're watching the minimap and stuff. Nice, using the F keys. Ziggs is there. And if Ziggs is extending that far, when Vel'Koz is such high HP, and Kha'Zix is low HP, you can basically assume that Shyvana probably is not going to be showing up at bot anytime soon.
Yeah.
Okay? So there would be nothing to worry about in that regard. So nice, you do ping to golems. I'm really, yeah, that's actually really, really good. Don't take damage. There's no reason to take damage here. If you don't know, you and your support cannot take damage with just push micro. It'll take like one extra hit to kill the golems, but that's not an issue.
I know you can make it so you can't take damage.
Yeah.
I just don't want Thresh to take too much damage.
Now, always be standing. Again, this is specific to the matchup. Okay? Now, if this isn't... What the fuck? If this isn't Morgana... Like, okay, so Lux, Morgana, I guess that's it, right? Lux, Morgana. Technically, Vel'Koz in a way. Thresh Blitzcrank too. Thresh Blitzcrank. Okay, nice. Okay, thanks. Thresh Blitzcrank too. Actually, yes, the same concept would apply. I was just thinking of like orbs and like a straight line, like, you know what I mean? Balls. I wasn't actually thinking of like the extension of the hooks and stuff, because they also have some specific rules to them, like Blitzcrank's hitbox radius and stuff, and Thresh's and whatever. So anyways, against these champions, always stand inside your minions, or stand proactively against the person's movements.
Okay.
Alright? Now, if, say, this was Nami, or say this was Annie, or something, standing here is okay. Okay?
Yeah.
Alright. Are we good?
Yep.
Now remember, what was that right there? See, did you just see that? See that minion? That big white orb? This was an auto attack. Is this minion anywhere near death?
No.
Okay. This minion is attacking what minion?
The middle range.
No, he's not. Is he? Yeah. Okay. Alright. Is he?
Yeah.
Okay, so I thought only 2 were attacking him. Alright, so it would die about a second faster. So no matter what, this minion still has a full set of attacks that it can eat.
Yeah.
Okay? So there's no reason to auto-attack this.
Okay.
Alright? You could easily have been here because Cell was going to hit Gohan. And you need to be Vegeta. This is what it's all about. This is really, really, really nitty-gritty. When I do a session on, like... I'm gonna have it uploaded on YouTube. You should definitely check it out. Like melee versus melee top, like Tryndamere versus Jax, or like something like that. This concept is really, really heavy. Like it is what make or breaks the top laner. Like especially, you know.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's really important. So you gotta start applying it more. All right. Like all those auto attacks that he's doing. Like look, he's gonna hit that one, right? The bottom one. He has to auto it.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's your opportunity. Now, he doesn't have any mana, so what is this also telling you? That he's going to recall after this lane is shoved. So you should want to bully him out even faster and deny as much as you possibly can, because there's no, there's no fear or anything. Now, this trade is, like, well, I guess it turns in your favor because she just missed her binding, but, like, well, now you just... Alright.
And Kha'Zix is coming too. So.
Yeah, well, I mean, not that, but the whole thing was just really, really sloppy.
Yeah.
Okay, so here, when this binding hits, okay, and Lucian has the auto, like, you have no choice but to stand still because you're snared. Okay? So you need to make one of them afraid. Like, you know what I mean? In solo queue, one of the issues is lack of communication. So unless you're facing a duo that might be on Skype or something, all you need to do is make one of them reconsider. Like I mentioned this in the Lucian video that's publicly available. There was an instance where I, specifically mentioned to do a culling against 5 people that we're chasing. Because if you can just make one of those 5 think twice, the entire thing falls apart. Right? So in this instance, you just need to make one of them think twice.
Yeah, I think I was trying to auto-attack Lucian, but he was out of my range at that time.
See, look at your cursor.
Oh.
You're snared.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? You should not be clicking behind you. You should just have your cursor over him and try to get the action.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you need to go down. Now remember, these minions are going to turn on you. These minions will not start aggroing you until they're at this line. Okay, and this just goes back to minion control and knowing how minions will move and stuff. So because of that, you are in a safety zone, like here.
Okay.
Okay? So you can stay in here and you can dance in here, and then depending on if you make Lucian or Morgana think twice or not, it can greatly affect how the trade's gonna go. But then we'll go through it frame by frame. So that's one auto that could have hit Lucian. Or maybe that one couldn't, but the second one definitely. The second one for sure. The minion that you just got. Okay, so here you hit Morgana. Right? And you only have one axe going. You only have one axe.
Yeah.
So you hit Morgana. And now you're DIing downward left. You're standing over the pool. Lucian, or Thresh goes for the exhaust. Dark Shield comes out, or Black Shield, whatever it's called in English. And then Thresh is committing. So these minions, now, it's not like a spell itself, but it certainly is auto attacks. So they're getting about an extra auto every second and a half, roughly, from having 4 minions. If it was like 6 minions or like 6+, then it's almost an extra spell, depending on how long you guys are going to elect to trade. But then additionally, this bush isn't warded. So if you can just step into it for even a little bit, that would reset their AI enough for them to probably just continue walking forward out of range. So you could easily change, you know, the AI of these minions, and then their minions are back here. So you don't have to worry about it for the trade. Okay? But when Thresh, like, as soon as he commits, you need to just, like, hate yourself internally because now you have to commit. But at the same time, Lucian made an error. So you can capitalize on this. So had you been standing here in that safety zone, like I was talking about, and Thresh was, like, here with Lucian, this would have been an auto attack. And then you can stand here, auto attack. You can run in here, reset, auto attack. Okay? And you keep DIing. And then you have R, but you're not going to use R here. You don't need it.
Yeah.
You just need your W.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Any questions?
No.
Okay. We good?
Yep.
Just let this pass. This happens. Nice. Nice. Okay, well, it ends up being fine, no matter what. So that's all fine. And then, I don't know what Ziggs was thinking, but he is definitely under the influence with that. He does not need a breathalyzer. And, yeah, we're fine. And then you walked into the dragon, so maybe you need a breathalyzer, but it'll all be okay. I don't know. So, alright, so we're fine. So now you're gonna recall, and what are you gonna get?
BF sword.
No, you're gonna get Malady, which isn't in the game. No, of course you're gonna get BF sword. Alright. So, and then, and what do you don't have any potions.
Yeah.
No,
always. Noticed that when I was watching this.
Okay, always, minimum, 1 blue pot, 1 red pot. Why? I want you to tell me why. I want to make sure that you just know.
It's so effective HP and mana.
Okay, it's effective HP and mana, correct. Which is different from HP and mana. Right, alright, good. Okay, that's good F keys.
I always forget to do F5.
So where's Shyvana going right now?
Top.
Yeah.
Probably.
And if she's not going top, she also needs to get her eyes checked, like. I don't know. So what's going on right here? What are you gonna do? Now, maybe you've watched the VOD, but even if you have, you're gonna do something, but I want to know what you think you should do.
Get my axe going, hit a minion, and DI into Lucian.
Yes. Good. So handsome. What just happened?
Not sure.
Can you DI to catch this axe?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it lands on me anyways.
Okay. Can you also stay behind this one minion and prevent Morgana's ability to Q you?
Yes.
Okay. Catch. Stop. DI behind minion. Auto. Step aside. They're gonna be knocked. Okay. Auto.
Okay. It's actually called stand aside.
Stand aside? Well, you know what? Listen, I play on the Korean server. All right. And if you want me to start telling you what it is in Korean, we can do that from now. Like, no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Thank you though. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Sorry. All right, we good?
Yeah.
I could just say that I'm telling you to tell them to step aside. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with the skill. All right. Thresh. I don't know. All right, this is fine, but that was terrible. He didn't have to, you know what I mean, do that so soon. The flay. Everything else was fine by him, but all right. So this is good. This is good.
Drop an axe because I'm awesome.
Well, you don't. Okay. Step aside with the flash. Nice. That was good. That was really, really good. Let's just go through this to see if we can save Thresh.
If I didn't drop an axe, maybe.
Well, Thresh shouldn't be walking in. Okay, Thresh is like... Alright, so this is Thresh's fault. This has nothing to do with you. Absolutely nothing to do with you. That was just Thresh's fault. He easily could have lived. Okay, this is all good. And then you do the step aside flash at the same time. So handsome. Alright, that was good. That was good.
Them Lux mechanics.
Now, no matter what, the end result is going to be the same. Like, there's no way for you to... Well, now you can stay in lane, because the Ziggs bomb goes off and Shyvana can't dive you. So you could easily go back to lane with Vamp Scepter and Doran's and get this wave, and then also get the next wave. And that would be partially due to you just tab, you see Lucian when he reses, see Morgana when she reses, etc. Alright? You would always have to keep a W present in the event of Ziggs' ultimate.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So you got Bloodthirster? Alright. So instantaneously, I would just mute the Thresh here. And that's just strictly from like solo queue experience. Is because it's obvious that like I don't know. You know what I mean? Do you get what I'm saying? Like he's too chatterbox. Like he's going Bork?
Yeah, I was really confused.
I'm really confused. I'm really like that. I don't agree with that. I feel like that was terrible. But also Morgana didn't follow up, so it's fine. But he threw the hook after the. What is going on?
Yeah, this
you need to step aside. You need to step
really
aside.
Terrible.
Oh my god. Okay. All right, we're gonna go through that. Okay. So. All right, that was just okay. So that
I know that was terrible.
That's the first mistake. All right. All right. So here. Now, what can you do here? Well, what could you have done from this? Hold on 1 second. 1 second.
Sure.
Trying to get you to see it.
Go up.
You could have. What's it called again? Stand aside.
Yeah.
Okay, you could have you know what? No. You could have told him to step aside. Alright? Like, that's just... I've had enough. And also, Fizz is a girl, alright? Riot can fucking... Like, I've had enough. Alright, so anyways, you could have, instead of coming this far back, you could have ended here, and I think he still would have elected to go to this distance, and then you could have step aside to here.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the hitbox would hit him, knock him upwards, and that would zone him out from Morgana.
Okay.
Okay? And then it would also, if Thresh just simply goes here, the psychological pressure, obviously Black Shield's going to come out, but the psychological pressure enables him to both threaten 2 people at once.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Additionally, when you have Bloodthirster, I'm not going to go into all the logistics. I tell this to everyone that I've done coaching with AD carry for and stuff. I'm going to make an entire video on Bloodthirster versus Trinity Force versus Infinity Edge, and the thought processes and theories behind everything. But generally, basic, you know, whatever, is when Lucian was trying to go blow for you, you should have just basically been like the 7-foot-tall bully from like high school, like when like a 5-year-old is like trying to hit him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You should have just like laughed at him and just stood still with the axes and just let the axes fall on top of you when Morgana was out of range and just like kept autoing him and be like, okay, what are you gonna do? You know what I mean? Like, just play chicken with him.
Okay.
Alright.
I also really didn't want to fight here because Thresh didn't have his ult.
Yeah.
Morgana just hit 6.
Well, that's not Thresh's fault there. That's not Thresh's fault.
Yeah.
That was, you know, don't talk to people that are also labeled chatterboxes.
Okay.
Alright? Just for future reference, it'll improve your win rate, honestly. Like, Riot's actually not making shit up when they actually say that people that don't rage win more. Because generally, people that just don't talk win more. That should actually be what it says. Like,
Yeah.
But, yeah. Also, this R doesn't make sense. Please tell me you don't do it.
I did it.
Please tell me you do. I am so... Now, what is a better way to have used this R? Now, the tower's gonna go down. There's no way to stop them. They're way too high on HP. This is partially Kojix's fault. You know what I mean?
Save it to cancel it back?
Yes, exactly. Save it to cancel their back. You want to maximize time efficiency.
Or minimize theirs.
Right. Now, if Thresh was good and had Lantern, you guys could have possibly been a little bit cute there with Lantern into step aside against the Black Shields.
I think he threw it and broke it because he had the shield on
Yeah,
him.
I saw that. That's what I mean.
Oh.
Okay. So here, they're recalling, right? And now, you know that they're recalling. Right?
Yeah.
So why aren't you... These minions were all really healthy. These minions are going to die. So you don't have to worry about anything, like these minions dying or whatnot. So you need to just literally run up and deny the recall.
Okay.
Because bot lane is a little bit different from top and mid, and that recall denial is an extremely important skill. Like, literally. You know what I mean? It's so crucial. You can lose lanes off being denied a recall. You know what I mean? Like, you're like 40% HP, you have to go back because you need itemization, they just came back, you know, whatever. And then your recall's at 1 second, and every little fucking Q hits you, and you want to disconnect from life. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. It's like being in the Matrix or something. So, that ends up happening. So that's important, you know? And then, so you factor in tower range plus your step aside range. It's not stand aside, alright? We've established that. So, alright. Alright. Let's, I'm just gonna see. Oh! No, that was the latest step aside ever. So, you want to. When she was.
I haven't standed this side yet.
That's what I mean. Like. But you should have. Alright, so, right here. Now, first off, why are you not DIing upwards with his axes?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, that would be the first error, because you just want to zone Morgana out. You want to make her feel uncomfortable. You know, you have the ward and river brush, so you don't have to worry about anything coming from that brush. You know, look at top lane; it's being inherently shoved back. Look at mid lane. Ziggs is back at tower. If Shyvana's going to show up anywhere, it's not going to be at bottom. Okay, so when Thresh had that... Oh god, please no. Okay. Just wait, one more time. Okay. It ends up being alright. I just wanted to see how it turned out. But, like, see this right here? When he hits the hook, alright? You have to be... Bot lane's a little bit different where your eyes, like, you know, I told you when you're playing mid, when you're playing top, whatever, your eyes are never on yourself. You need to just literally become one with your cursor. Like, you know, and just, you have to know the range on everything that you have and your auto attack range, whatever. In bot lane, your eyes need to be both on the enemy and your support, because you have to be in both of their minds.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, you have this really, like, fucked up Professor Xavier shit going on, and, like, bottom lane is X-Men for you. Alright? So, alright. Now you know the secrets. Bottom lane is Dragon Ball, X-Men, and Matrix, all in one. Now you know. Alright, so... When this happens, this should just be chained with Step Aside. Because then the Black Shield's gonna go up, but it doesn't matter. Because the Step Aside effect has taken, you know, it's played its role, it's dealt its damage, whatever. And then you just want to be auto-attacking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, that Q was really Mia. Like, alright. So that's fine. Now you capture tower, and as soon as you capture tower, what should be the pings?
Dragon.
Okay. Now, also, what should you do right now? You have opportunity. There's no pressure. You should tab mid. Right?
Yeah.
Why do you tab mid?
So see where Ziggs is gonna throw his ult, or if he's gonna throw his ult.
Nope, something else. This is completely irrelevant to his ultimate. What should you be looking at in consideration to your minimap and consideration to the game timer? This is why you want to press F5 right now and look at Vel'Koz.
Mid tower?
Not mid tower, something else.
I'm not sure.
Is blue buff on Ziggs.
Oh, okay.
Because if blue buff is on Ziggs, then that means blue buff is
go
gone.
Steal it.
Right. And that also probably means that Shyvana is in fact likely to be at red, because why? 13:15.
Yeah.
Would be red spawn timer, depending on how she opts to do her jungle. It can be 3:15 to 3:35.
Well, she had that level 2 thing, so it would just delay.
That would delay even more, correct. But you can probably assume that she goes there straight from base. So, red would be spawning.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Relatively soon.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. So all that is really important, and you can gain all that knowledge just off an F key onto Vel'Koz. Okay. And then the tower goes down at top, so is it even more likely that Shyvana is on the top, the left side of her jungle?
Yeah.
Okay. That was really good by Thresh. That was really fucking good. Okay, that wasn't good though, by you. You could have, as soon as he E'd out of Thresh's the box, you could have Step Aside. Oh my god, well, it ends up being okay. But again, just because you get the kill, it doesn't mean that it's right. Like, Lucian, that was terrible. He should have just conceded the fact that he lost the, you know, he needed to concede there. Oh god. Now, her Q's off. You could have Step Asided the minions and poked her with an auto. Because you don't have to be afraid of anything. You can easily W out of her ultimate.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Go and get golems. I would completely agree. Now the issue is that you opted to stay in lane after killing Lucian. What should you have done?
Dragon.
Top is shoved. Correct. Dragon.
Interrela is also coming down.
Right. All right. So let's jump around. Because I want to get to mid game fights. Okay. There was a dragon fight. Oh. You need to call Kajix Greg.
Is
it Scumbag Greg, right? Or is it Scumbag?
I'm not sure.
You know what? I don't even know the meme.
Scumbag Steve.
Scumbag Steve. Oh, that's right. Okay, good. See, this is why you pay me. This is it. Entirely to talk about Reddit memes. All right, so I gotta see the dragon fight.
Well, dragon's already dead by this point.
Yep. I'm just seeing if there's anything, like if I wanted to stop and talk about that there. All right, so you got the tower. When did dragon die? Oh, okay, you just didn't. All right, I'm like, okay, I'm like looking for the fight, and I'm like, all right. Okay, so here, we'll go over positioning. Now you got brutalizer.
Yeah.
Okay. If you want to go full nuker on Draven, I was about to say Graves. Graves has the ability to do it too. So does Caitlyn. Bloodthirster, i.e., Last Whisper. No attack speed.
Yeah.
You just use your movement steroids. You know, if you're Graves, you have the E, whatever. You would max E when doing that build instead of maxing W. Because you need the steroid for team fighting. Even though obviously maxing W gives you more burst, the steroid from E is greater.
What steroid?
The attack speed steroid.
That's on W.
That's great. No, I'm talking about Graves. I'm talking overall. Like, because there's 380 carries that can do a nuker build.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah.
I go Yumi's because, like, I play Draven almost solely because I watched Arrow play Draven.
Yeah. Well, that's a very player-specific thing.
Yeah.
It does it turns Draven into an 80 carry assassin. Which isn't bad, you know what I mean? But that's also how you'll notice Quinn builds. But Quinn's usually played top. Quinn usually goes Yumaw's Ghostblade, I'm sorry, yeah, Yumaw's Ghostblade, Bork with IE. You know? Okay. So here, all right. 1 second. Now the ult is greedy on Morgana. Even though Kajix is Scumbag Steve, we're gonna call him Steven. The ult's greedy because it's really obvious that he will get the kill, right?
Yeah.
So in that sense, the ult is unnecessary. You could be Wing right now, and if you were Wing, you'd be in the bush. You'd be like. You would be around here right now, had you been Wing, okay? So in that instance, you could also technically flash forward. And then if you flash forward, what do you have active?
Shyvana would be dead.
Well, okay. Shyvana would be dead, but then on top of that, what else?
My axes would still be up.
Your axes would be up? What else? What am I looking for? What's the heal radius?
Oh, yeah.
You basically give a rope of life to Kajix.
Yeah.
Okay? And then on top of that, you can DI forward to here, and you know Ziggs is going to be moving down. So by the time all this is met, these conditions, Ziggs is around here, right? He's in this radius. What does that mean? It means you step aside.
Yeah.
Through the brush. You just knock Ziggs back up. Okay?
And then Vel'Koz chains it.
And then, yeah, Vel'Koz chains it. Okay?
Yeah.
So that's how that team fight should have gone. Alright? And then with how Lucian was coming up and whatever else, it would have been very different. Alright? And now, with how the game's going, alright, so we're going to pause and stop for a second. So, mid is going to be reshoved. You need to take golems and then also reshove bot. Okay? And you need to shove bot to here. And the reason that I say here is because then it effectively takes bot about a minute and a half by itself to reshove to the point from which you shoved from.
Okay.
Alright? Now, that's not always the case, depending on some factors, like if anyone influences that lane in any such way, and like all this other stuff. But then, as soon as you do that, and you shove to here, then you go down into this bush, you know no one has any business being in bot right now. Look at the game timer. Okay? Blue, no one has any business being in bot, so there's nothing to worry about, and that should be your thought process. Okay? You recall, and you go straight up mid. Okay? Aurelia should shove to here, alright? Because if Shyvana and all them are recalled, they're probably in this radius right now, depending on where you're going. So Aurelia can shove to here, maybe kill this, and then come down through this jungle and plant a ward here. and then cycle to mid, and then you guys have the mid fight. So that should be a thought process right now, okay?
Yeah.
Alright, we good?
Mm-hmm. I should also ping Thresh back.
Yes. Let me just fast forward to see what you do. Nice! And now, obviously, Lucian's influencing it. Okay, so everything's good. Also, do you play with everything on SmartCast?
I shift SmartCast.
Okay, that's fine. Also, solo queue. Every time you back, I think you did get a ward, but always get like 1 to 2. Even if you're the AD carry, I don't want to hear it. You know what I mean? Like, until you get to the level where everyone just understands, you know what I mean? Just do it.
Okay.
Because sometimes carrying does not also always just mean, okay. Watch this fight. How they do it in Samsung. Alright, so okay. So just have to watch every frame. Alright, so when this happens and Shyvana gets chunked, where is your DI location always going to consist of right now?
Forward.
Forward, but where?
I go left, but I'm not sure if that's right.
Left. You want to stay behind this line.
Okay.
And the reasoning behind that is why. Morgana's Q fades at around that line, judging from her position, but her Q's already been used. But then on top of that, it creates a problem for Ziggs, where if he does want to hit you, then he's not hitting clumped people. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it creates it gives him an ultimatum. Okay, so Shyvana goes down with the axe, and then you DI back, okay? But look at the location of your DI. Alright? Now, you could easily, with your attack speed and, you know, your steroid and stuff, just have it been here, okay?
Yeah.
And then you can slice it, you can split with a step aside.
Okay.
Alright, so if Ziggs was playing correct, which he's not, he should not be going backwards like this. He should be, like, standing here. Okay, and that's because he would get the guaranteed kill on this, and he can throw his Q, and Belkaz is in an awkward situation where it's like really awkward. And then also, I know he's thrown the bombs down, but this is also poor by him again, because if the bombs are here, then this becomes a you shall not pass, and Ziggs becomes Gandalf in the middle of battle. Alright, so anyway, so this step is important because it would enable in the future the ability to split them up, and then you can also go downward to the top of where the bomb should be and probably get one auto attack off on Morgana, and then with your ultimate still being up, you have kill potential. Alternatively, so anyways, because of how everything was elected to have gone, right? So because Morgana is going this way, Shyvana's dead, and Ziggs is going up, you need to just have stood still.
Yeah.
You need to basically just be on standby. You need to be a machine on standby. Okay? Make sense?
Yeah.
Alright. Oh! No! You had him dead. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. I don't think I have to go over how. I'm pretty sure you can see it.
Yeah.
Okay, so now what? Now, when you guys warded...
I want the tower, but they go bot for some reason.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so what is everything to consider? So let's stop for 1 second. Take 3 seconds, like in game right now, or like take 10 seconds to tell me. 3 seconds it should take you in game to just look at the minimap, look at time, tab, look at builds, look at game time. This is all it should be done in 1 second, like 3 seconds, like one swift motion, but 3 seconds. What should be all your thought processes right now?
When Shyvana come up, how long does it take for Ziggs to get back to lane? And why is Lucian bot?
Okay, what else?
Where's Jax?
Okay, last. Oh, there's two things. There's two things.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Last two.
Now, you guys do not have a clear timer on Dragon, but you have a ward estimate.
Yeah.
Okay, so you said they took it when you guys backed. Remember that?
Yeah.
So what you needed to have typed in chat was about this timing.
Yeah.
And if it's about that timing, then you need to prepare for Dragon right now. Okay? If that's not the case, you said you wanted to take tower, right?
Yeah.
By the time your minions, which are just passing your mid tower, get to that tier 2, Ziggs is back. And Jax, you don't know where he is. So there's actually no opportunity to take that tower.
Okay.
Alright, so that would be a waste on time. Now, what is some other stuff you could consider? What's the game timer? Is blue gonna be up? Is red gonna be up? Is there any, counter jungling you can do? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ping someone to go top. Reshove it. No one wants to go top. Dragon's not coming up. Blue's not up. You go top yourself. Eat that wave and then recall and top rush and come right back up mid. Because then Dragon's approaching. Okay? And then on top of that, I said this in the mid video, the ward needs to be here. So if you don't have a ward, which you do right now, by the way, okay, then tell someone to ward there. And then additionally, because Dragon's going to be important, that brush needs to be warded.
Okay.
Alright?
Yep.
Alright. So now, let's just see what you do. And you elect to get the tower, but it's a mistake.
Ziggs.
Oh.
Because he stayed. He skipped over it.
What? Well, Vel'Koz died too, so... What is going on? What is the decision making? Okay. Okay, Lucian kills Kha'Zix. I don't know in what world that... I don't know what is going on right here.
Yeah. It's fat for you, right?
This is... I guess. Alright, this just shouldn't happen. So, again, this goes back to what I say sometimes, where just because it happens doesn't mean it's good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That never in a million years should have happened. Ziggs using his acceleration to get back to lane, in the sense that he pops the bomb from underneath him and he pops himself up and goes forward, whatever. He could have gotten back to lane in time. Jax could have easily held that against you and Vel'Koz. Like, now your minion wave arrived. There was no need for any of that to happen.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay, it works out for you, but that should never be your thought process. You shouldn't actually even have been there for that to be opportunity. So there's like a quote that I used to use about Ganondorf, where he was so bad that he was good in Super Smash Brothers, and so in that case, your decision to stay was so bad it was good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't mean that offensively. I'm just saying, like, that's how it turned out. All right. So you got the tower. Which is fine. And now as soon as you recall, look at Morgana's warding. What does that tell you? Now, they have a timer on Dragon, right?
Yeah.
She's going for wards, which are suggestive of Dragon. She just warded behind red.
Yeah.
Okay? So I would judge, like, oh, okay, Dragon soon.
Probably put a pink on Dragon pit.
Yep. Jax is shoving bot, so Jax is collapsing. Shyvana comes down. That's it. Like, Dragon's up 100%. Yep, you're going for a Dragon fight. Nice. Last Whisper. Completely agree. Completely agree.
I started IA, but realized I should get
now.
Last Whisper.
What is something that you could do right here? Because Dragon fight, this congestion, this is going to be game deciding. Why is it going to be game deciding?
It's 3v5 right now.
No. Bigger picture. Stop thinking right now. Think 30 seconds, think 2 minutes into the future. Stop thinking right now. Like, when you think team fights, when you think congestions, objective control, never, ever think in the right now. Because that'll end up costing you games. So, think in the bigger picture. You need to see the foresight. You know what I mean?
If we win this fight, we get Baron.
If you win decisively, you get Baron.
Yeah.
Okay? But if you just win it, what happens?
Well, we get mid and hip because...
Mid and hip, right, exactly. Because mid is shoving. So that's the bigger picture, okay? And you have to work towards that goal. Okay? Additionally, if you win it with a chase through their jungle, okay, you can also potentially just get this this tower, depending on who from your team lives.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Using Thresh's Lantern Shield plus tankiness of your team, whatever. You know, use your body as a shield. So there's multiple objectives to be gained off the contention of this dragon fight. Because it is so crucial and it is so imperative that you win this, what is important that you could buy?
Red pot.
Yes, red elixir. Okay. If ever a red elixir can change the outcome of an objective or a severe lead, like sometimes, you know, you watch me stream, I know that you do, I randomly get blue pots on Rise when going back to lane, you know, and that's because I know that by popping the blue pot, if it guarantees the kill, the tower goes down. You know what I mean? Okay. So I'm trading that, you know, minor setback in build, overall build, for greater growth of my team.
Yeah.
Okay? Alright. Now you guys are all shoving the lane, and then you end up recalling. Okay, so... Ow! To mid, okay. Now, this is the issue where... Oh, God, that was ugly by Thresh. I mean, if he had flash and he was going to flash hook, you know, box, that would be fine if you get Ziggs, because why? If you get Ziggs, you get Baron.
Yeah.
You know, Shyvana is up at bottom. So right now, in this situation, I know this is overall, you know, objective and stuff. Aurelia needs to just stay top, or she needs to stay bottom. You need to have Aurelia split push, because right now you have so much disengage with Vel'Koz and with Thresh, because Vel'Koz is what, late game? He's not actually a damage dealer. This is why he's a stun bot. He's a CC bot, right. He literally is a CC bot. So because of that, they can't really come on to you. You need to type in chat 131, which stands for 1 top, 3 mid, 1 bot. Kajik's bot, Aurelia top, you 3 mid. Why? Because they can't jump on you 3. It's actually just impossible. You know, with how much CC. Now, depending on the team comp, if you take out Vel'Koz and that isn't a Vel'Koz, that's a Nidalee, that's pretty bad. Like, you would have to become the split pusher if you still wanted to do the 131. But then it would just probably be more optimal to do 401 or 104 or 140 or something like that, depending on how the lanes are pushing and stuff. Okay?
Yeah. Okay.
Now, hopefully, I get to see one more team fight, because I want to be really critical about your positioning in an overall 5-on-5.
Yeah.
Now, every 80 carry is different for their positioning. Now, like right here, okay?
I should be right next to Thresh.
You should be, you should be right next to Thresh, but what else should you do? Where is Lucian going to go to? This cuts off his ability to go anywhere in this radius, right?
Yeah, just remember R.
R. He's dead. Like, okay, Black Shield goes off, he should still die. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if he dies, pop the ward, go over, pop another ward on top of Wraiths, Aurelia's at top, Kajix will deny any split push bottom, get Baron. Okay? You don't even need to throw it, apparently. Now, there, you can flash step aside.
Okay.
Okay, and it's just for positioning, because if you knock Ziggs into that wall, and he already used his little thing, his little, you know, whatever, he's dead. Like 100%. Yeah. And that would be mid-inhib and Baron.
Okay.
Alright. No! Oh, you didn't even use heal. You are, like, so risky.
I used my Yumi's.
No, I know. You didn't use heal, though. No, he could die. Oh, God, please. No. Alright, you had him dead, but it's fine. God, that wasn't even bait. See, this is why we muted Thresh 20 minutes ago. You know what I mean? Like, Jesus. He barely lived, and it was because of Shyvana's mistake, so it's not actually bait if Shyvana gets the kill, like... But anyways, alright, so get mid, and then what? What's your thought process? Give me the overall picture. Give me the 30,000 foot view.
Get mid, get turret back, Baron.
No. Why Baron when you're ahead?
No reason.
There's no reason, right. if they need Baron, so, you know, if they need it to win. So basically, Baron becomes this, like one ring to rule them all, right?
Yeah.
And, like, if they need that to win, and you guys are so far ahead that they just simply cannot get it, then that ring becomes bait. That's all that it becomes, and that's why you do a Baron dance. Is because, yes, you can get it and get further ahead, but they cannot let you have it. They need it, right?
Yeah.
So because of that, you just simply don't go to it right now. What you grab everything else. You wanna fortify yourself more, right?
Okay,
so you wanna get more troops. You wanna get, you know what I mean? Like, so think about this.
Get mid and siege bot.
Get mid siege bot. Good, good. And in what? One last thing. Now is time to do what push? 104.
Oh, okay.
Okay? Aurelia or Kha'Zix goes top.
Okay.
Alright? Because then mid is inherently shoving just from the super minions.
Yeah.
Okay? So now then would become time to do 104 into Baron Dance.
Okay.
Okay, well, yep, kill Jax. What? No, God, you have triple kill.
Yeah. I wanted to save Flash for some reason.
Why? If you get triple kill, game ends.
Yeah.
Okay, here. You need to tell Jax no thank you, and you need to step aside him back into Aurelia. Okay?
Okay.
Flash forward, auto, W, auto, kill. Morgana is about to come back into vision. We're gonna put her in line too. Everyone's gonna get some. Alright, so they should be dead. Morgana comes back into vision, and then you're standing roughly like here. Okay? Auto, juke the Q, and then just dance in this radius and get the kill on her using W. You're gonna end up losing some HP. That's fine. Then you have 3 people dead. You know, Vel'Koz is doing his thing with Lucian in the background. Lucian's dead too, just from his positioning, because then you can inherently just zone him out of being able to even get to Fountain.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because you can walk behind this in between these 2 towers, and he can't get to Fountain, even if he wants to go around the right-hand side down here, right?
Okay.
So then he's dead. So mid-inhib falls, this falls, the minions are here. You have minions at the turret. It's pushing, the game ends.
Okay.
Okay, so you had game, you had lethal. So don't, you know, like summoners are strictly for objective fights. This is an objective fight.
Okay.
Alright, and then Shyvana would arrive, but it wouldn't matter, you know? Now, okay, Lucian ends up dying anyway? Okay. So it's all fine. And now, because you didn't take that opportunity, alright? You didn't live for the moment, you're not Eminem, and now this ends up happening. Okay? So that was all just positional error by you.
Yeah.
Alright? Alright. Just speed up, just do a Baron dance, and we'll conclude off the Baron dance. Oh. Did you guys just get Baron?
Yeah.
Now, okay. Lucian shoving bot, whatever. Okay, so in this case, you do want to be standing in between the entrance to Baron, but if Ziggs doesn't have ult available, or you don't think that Ziggs will use ult, you should just be inside of the Baron pit.
Okay.
Primarily because this is team comp specific, because Aurelia can jump over the edge using her ability, and Thresh can hook. And if he hooks anyone near the wall, it's over, because then you just auto them to death.
Yeah.
Okay? Jesus. Ah, shit, it doesn't work here. No. My God. Alright. So here, you need to... Yeah, okay, yeah. You just got the mid inhibitor, and now what? Aurelia's at bottom, and now you just take the initiative. Even though Aurelia probably is not intentionally doing a 4-0-1, that's what you need to do. Okay? Alright.
She did say I go bot, so I don't know.
Yeah, but I think she just means eating the minions. I don't think that she's gonna intentionally, continuously shove. Maybe she will. Maybe she'll surprise me, in which case I'll say good job, you know?
Yeah.
But that should be the thought process here. So here, yep, throw your ultimate, correct. Just don't try to fight. Alright, okay. Okay, let's go over your positioning here. Now, I know that you get the kill, but it's sloppy how you get it.
I didn't juggle my axes properly. Yep.
Okay, so, here. Now, what do you want to do?
Go down into Thresh.
Well, first off, step aside Shyvana, downward.
Yeah.
Okay? Then hit an auto, and then she'll be standing here. She'll have to come back up into you. You want to angle yourself in this area. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So, when you angle yourself in this area, it creates such good opportunity. I'm going to use a different color. For Thresh's hook. You know what I mean? On Shyvana. And then as soon as that happens, you want to have Ben standing here, and you want to walk backwards into your minions, because then you can use your minions as disruption for Shyvana's movements. Okay? Unit collision. Alright? You're not even using step aside.
Yeah.
Jeez. Alright, so then you end up dying, which this all... I mean, okay, Lucian just dies too, I guess, but, yeah. Also, general rule of thumb, does not just apply to AD carry. I think I told you this about Orianna. When you approach the mid game, especially into late game, you need some armor stat. Whether it's MR or armor. Something to disrupt damage. You cannot just be taking full-on blows. Okay? And now bot shoving, you guys end up getting bot. I'm just waiting for you to res. Okay. You guys get dragon. You need to just get red, clear out wraiths, clear out golems, and then everyone needs to shove bot. Okay? Now is coming to the point where, like, the game's starting to drag on. You don't have Baron buff and stuff, and technically, I would argue that their team scales better than you the longer that this game goes. And this is just about picks and bans and stuff. So you guys need to start shutting them down. Oh my god, Kajix. Okay. Speed up. Everyone should be bot right now. Where's my mouse? Oh, it's on my other monitor. Okay. Get the axes going. Also, I know I should have mentioned this in the laning phase, but if ever you have two axes going at once, and one's about to fade, just repop it. You know what I mean? Just so that you're always keeping it.
I usually do, yeah.
No! God, no! Jeez. Alright, the positioning again. One, two... Okay, so now when Lucian was running up, okay, he only had that as a possible way. So your ult should be just positioned like that, and then also it chunks out Ziggs. Okay, so that's error number one. Error number two is Shyvana comes here. Now, what should be your thought process right here? What is going through your mind?
Take as little damage as possible.
Right, but what are you waiting for? It's about to happen in about a second.
Shyvana's ult.
Okay, Shyvana's ult, but what else?
Ziggs ult.
Okay, what else? I'm looking for something positional related. Where is Shyvana about to be standing in about a second?
Like, on the corner of that tree.
On the corner. And as soon as she's at the corner, what do you want to do?
Stand aside.
Because why?
It knocks your back
into the tree.
Yeah.
Okay. And then also, that should have been her timing to dragon you. But she didn't do it. So if you know what I mean? That was all opportunistic timing. And that location is good for the step aside, not just because of the tree, but also because that should be when Shyvana goes for the dragon.
Yeah.
Okay?
I think I try to be fancy too much and wait until I see the animation for dash to stand inside.
Mm-hmm.
That's
no, it's
why
fine.
I'm not.
It's fine. Double kill. Double kill.
Yeah.
I think you see it, but... Now, you should have been DIing, or you should have... Well, your axes would be irrelevant against the tower. You should be move attacking inwards towards them as you're fighting the tower. You don't need to be standing still. And when that's happening... Now, see the black shields up? Okay? See this line from Vel'Koz? That's going to repop, right? Or that's... It's going down, so it's popped. And you DI'd backwards. You should have DI'd forward, ignored the axe catch, okay? Flash over into the tree, auto, you have red buff, auto again, you know what I mean? And then as Shyvana comes around, now she does have ult, and she goes for ult, you step aside.
Okay.
Okay, and then you just play Ring Around the Rosie, and yeah.
Okay.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm assuming this is game, though. Okay, so it's game. Alright, do you have any questions about Draven or anything? Anything I didn't address or whatever?
I don't think so.
Okay. Hey, you're in Platinum 1, and you're getting high LP since we last...
Yeah.
Did this stuff. That's good.
I got demoted, though.
Oh.
Because I went on to, like, directly after this game.
That's okay, that's okay. Alright, okay, we'll do another session again in the future, and any questions in between, just ask me on Skype, and I'll reply.
Okay.
Okay? Alright, that's good. Alright, I'll talk to you later.
Thanks.
See you. Bye.